Hello, my name is Henry. Today I'm going to be talking about how I motivated myself for my GCSEs and during my GCSEs, and how I also motivate myself during A-levels. So it's just going to kind of be about motivation for exams and all of that stuff. Firstly, I'd just like to say that I am working on an English literature video, so that will be released soon. I know that a lot of people want that, so yeah, I'm going to be doing that soon. And secondly, I announced in my last video that I'm doing a sort of exam boost. So it'll be around, it's the 12th of March, around 2 months before the exams. I'm going to be doing like a 1 hour long video call, just detailing exactly what I do for every subject. I'm going to be getting out my diary from year 11, so I'll be able to show you exactly what I was doing on the days leading up to the exams, answering all your questions. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want that kind of last bit of revision, then the link's going to be in the description and in the comments. So motivation's probably the most difficult thing to teach, because I think a lot of it just kind of comes from yourself really, and from your own feelings and thoughts and stuff. But I'm going to just explain how I motivated myself and the things I thought about and did, and if that helps, then that's good. So firstly, for me, one of the things I did the most, especially near the end of GCSEs, was I kept thinking about the future. So I visualized myself opening up the exam like results sheet, and I just kept thinking about that. I kept thinking, like, when I open this, what do I want to feel? Like, do you want to open it and just be like, get all nines and think like, wow, like be blown away? I kept trying to visualize my future and visualize that, like, when I open it, do I want to feel disappointment? No. So that really helped me. It kind of kept my head just focused on the end goal. Like, that's what this is for that feeling when you open the results sheet and kind of see how you did. Like, you might be really happy to have passed all your subjects, or really happy to have got 7s and everything. So just try and think about your aims and your goals, and keep coming back to that when you feel unmotivated. I just kept telling myself, this is what I'm aiming for. And this also meant, in the last kind of 3 months, so around about now, I just kind of told myself, like, this is the last push. 5 years technically has built up to this. It's all you need is just 3 months of effort and dedication, and then you've got a massive summer, you've got first year A-levels. So it's just about pushing yourself past this point. And I often thought that, I was like, it's just one last push for me really of effort, and then I can kind of move on to, yeah, summer. So another thing as well was talking to family and your friends. If your family are supportive, because I know that not everyone's are, then I'd really recommend kind of just talking to them, telling them about your aims, just keeping them in touch really with what you're doing. I feel like, yeah, when you verbalize it and kind of tell people this is what I'm aiming for, your teachers maybe, then that really helps, because it kind of holds you accountable to other people and your friends. If you have friends that all have similar aims, or you all want to do well, then I'd recommend that too. Another thing was, it's kind of obvious, but I think one thing that helped me was I just kind of eventually realised that everyone wants to do well in exams pretty much. Obviously some people it's less important because they might have other jobs and stuff lined up, but most people aren't going to go into the exam and just kind of do nothing, or not revise. I kind of eventually just realised that pretty much everyone wants to do well, so it's hard to explain, but I felt like that helped me, because it just, like, everyone's in the same boat really. Everyone wants to do well, so just try and do your best, and that helped with my motivation a lot. Another thing I'd say is routine, because I think I found that routine kind of held me up on days when I felt less motivated. So one thing that I've talked about and I've done a video on is my kind of paper diary, and in here I'd have the days, so it kind of looks like that. And what I'd do is I'd write on the tasks I wanted to do at the start of the week or in the next month or something. I'd maybe write something for like 2 weeks time. And this really helped me in terms of motivation, because when I opened up the diary on, say, the day it is today, and I saw a task that I'd written myself to do months ago or weeks ago or days ago, it's kind of like, when you write something in the diary, you're trusting your future self to commit to that action. So it almost felt like I was letting myself down a bit if I didn't actually do that. So I think having a sort of routine, going to sleep at the same time, it makes things a bit faster, your days, and it also just means that you kind of stick to it. You become used to it. So instead of just revising like 5 hours one weekend and then just doing nothing the rest of the week, it's much better to just say, I'm going to do 1 hour a week, 1 hour a day for a whole week and see how that goes. So yeah, routine for sure helped me. And then lastly, results. So think about the feelings of when you do well in exams. Like when you get given back an exam and you've done well, or you've passed, or you've done above what you expected. That feeling really motivated me, and seeing myself improve in marks and just the constant improvement of handing things into my teachers, getting it back. I felt like actually getting the results and seeing that this revision worked for me really helped as well and really motivated me. So that's just a quick overview of how I'm motivated. For A-levels, it's all similar things. I think for A-levels, after you've done well, because I did well in my GCSEs, there's kind of a pressure to keep yourself going, and it's like you have standards to kind of maintain. Because if I suddenly went from all nines to sort of low A-level grades, then everyone would be a bit surprised. So I feel like there's kind of external pressure, which sometimes can be stressful, but sometimes it also keeps me motivated too, because I know that I have performed in the past and I know I can do it again. Please leave any comments below, any more questions about motivation. And like I said, I'm going to be going into this in a lot more detail in my exam boost, so please sign up to this. Ask your parents to pay for you if they're willing for it. You can show them my channel, and yeah, just leave any comments and I'll try and respond.